In today's video, I'll be going over the text on the monster, spell and trap cards and break them down to help you guys understand them easier. Stick around until the end of the video where I'll give new players some tips on how to build up your gems to build your first deck. And we're going to start right now. Okay, so first off I'm going to go through the text on the monster cards and I'll break these down for you to be able to understand them a little bit better. So first of all we're going to go over to the Duel Studio where we will go into the card catalogue. So if you want to try and find a specific card, we come to the drop down menu, go text search, and we are going to go and search for this guy when we can find him. If you want to find any other specific cards, so I'm going to try and find dinosaurs, we go to filter and we are going to be talking about this guy, Miscellaneousaurus. So I have got a little pop-up here and it will give you a breakdown on the card. So on the card text it's basically broken down to conditions, activation and resolution. So your conditions are when a card, a specific time when a card can be, it needs to be met. So during either player's main phase, and then we have a colon, as you can see. So there is your colon. So when you've got your colon there, anything before the colon is the conditions that need to be met for the card before you can do your activation. So moving on from there, you can send this card, obviously being Miscellaneousaurus, from your hand to the graveyard. So then you've got your semicolon. So there's your activation there. So you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. So that's the activation part of the card. And then after the semicolon, you'll have your resolution. So during this main phase, dinosaur type monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. So a lot of people will say read the cards, especially with Miscellaneousaurus, and people will try and activate their effects to basically target other people's, your opponent's monsters, and people just don't understand why the effects are not working. And that is the reason why. So reading through MISC, as they call it, Miscellaneousaurus, that is the reason why the effects are not working. And it is purely because they've discarded Miscellaneousaurus to the graveyard, and it basically protects all your dinosaur type monsters from activated effects. Now there are some other monster cards that actually do miss out the colon. So we are going to look at another monster card, and that is Sangan. So this little guy here. Now I've got my little trusty little pop up there, and there we go. So we've got the conditions and a colon and then the resolution. So if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, and there's your colon right there. So that again, before the colon is your condition part of the card. And then you've got your resolution. Add one monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand. So and obviously there's the rest of the card in there. So there is another part in there as well at the end. You can only use this effect of Sangan once per turn. So that is another once per turn effects. That is another video I will be covering at a later stage. So that there, if we just focus on that part at the top there, that is your conditions, and then you've got your resolution underneath. So there are some cards, like I say, that will miss out the semicolon, but the text is pretty much exactly the same as the Miscellaneousaurus. So you've got your conditions, and it's kind of like almost as if like the conditions and activation are all kind of like in one in that sense, and then you've got your resolution at the end. So now we're going to move on to the spell cards. So if we go back into the text search, and we will have a look for Cosmic, and I'm pretty sure that some of you who are long-time players will know I'm talking about Cosmic Cyclone. So if we bring up the trusty pop-up again we have the conditions, then we got the colon and the resolution. So pay 1000 life points, then target one spell or trap card on the field, and this one's got a semicolon, banish it. So we have the conditions at the beginning again and the resolution at the end. So, but this is what is called a life point cost. So it's a cost to actually activate the card. Again, costs I will go through in another video. So that is a completely separate video that I will cover life point costs, discard costs, etc. But we'll just focus on this for now. So it is a quick play spell, as you can tell because of the little lightning bolt on the little badge there. So pay 1000 life points and target one spell or trap card on the field, and then we've got the semicolon, and then it just basically banishes the card. So that is quite a simple, really quite a simple breakdown of Cosmic Cyclone on how to use that card. And finally we are going to cover trap cards. So for trap cards I am going to go over again to the search, and we are going to look at this card, Solemn Scolding. So again we'll get out our trusty pop-up, and again broken down conditions, colon, activation, your semicolons there, and also resolution. So if this card is the only set card in your spell and trap zone, when a monster would be summoned or a spell card, trap card or monster effect is activated, and again there is your colon, and again this is a life point cost as well, so pay 3000 life points, and there's your semicolon as well, negate the summon or activation, and if you do, destroy that card. So always make sure that you are looking out for the colons so you know what the conditions are for the card to be able to be activated. And then in this case it's a life point cost, so the 3000 life points, so that is your activation, that's how you activate the card. And then obviously your resolution, negate the summon or activation, and it's actually a pretty good card, and it is a counter trap, so we can tell it's a counter trap, not obviously because it says counter there, but because it has got the little arrow, a little swish arrow by the looks of it, on the little badge up on there where next to trap card. So that is a brief rundown on the conditions, activations and resolutions on your monsters, spells and traps. So just be careful when you read them, just make sure that you look out for that colon and that semicolon as well, especially if it take a couple of seconds if you are in a duel, an online duel, just so you can get a bit more of an understanding on what that card actually does before you activate any of your cards in response. So I hope that's helped you guys understand the cards a little bit easier, so you can use that to your advantage in your next duels on the ladder. Now, with regards to this account, I have started a brand new account with Yugi. We've leveled him up to level 16. We have unlocked all of the worlds now, so we've got all of our worlds unlocked. We are just going to start playing through it now and start unlocking as many characters as we can, get all the characters unlocked. I know that Axel Brody, if we look down here, we have got, this is a little tip here, we've got a 1.5 experience campaign going on at the moment. Now you do get crystals, and there is a crystal there which is an experience booster. Try to save up your experience crystals as much as you can, and then use those when you get the 1.5 campaign. Now I know it's not a massive boost, I mean it's only an extra 250 experience, but when you're a new player it's absolutely fantastic because you can level up your characters really quickly, and you can also get some of the gems. So if we look at Yugi, we've got 60, 75. So when you're at these lower stages, you can really get through the levels pretty quickly, so we can get all of those high gems. So we're going to try and get our characters up to at least level 30, I would think, so we can get all of these gems and build those up, so we can build up our stash of gems. So far I've got 6,300. I do have some of the login bonuses as well. We have got a lot of the SR and UR tickets as well. So if we go up to our exchange tickets, I do also have the ultra rare and secret rare dream tickets as well that I have got for the KCG, is it the KCGT? KCGT celebration, and also again if you are a brand new player as well, so you will get the KCGT celebration, you get a free a skill ticket as well, so and also a 4th anniversary campaign as well, where you get your ticket there as well. So if you are starting with Yugi, it will be very, very advantageous to get hold of Destiny Draw. Now Destiny Draw is a skill that is used in a couple of top tier decks at the moment. Unfortunately, Kaiba hasn't really got anything going for him. He did have the Melody of Awakening Dragon, which is a level 45 reward, so it's a lot of grinding to get that card, but it has been put onto the Limit 1 list. So I would stick with Yugi personally as a start off character, and like I say, we've got Destiny Draw, which basically just lets you pick up your deck, pick any card that you want to draw, but you do have to have your life points decreased by 2,000. So it's easy enough to do. A lot of kind of decks run Battling Box of Veil or Kiteroid. You take the 2,000 damage or over 2,000 damage, Battling Box of Veil will recover the life, and you just pick up your deck and search for whatever card you want, which is quite handy. But with this account, I am going to be trying to build up a free-to-play deck to try and get us through all of these NPC duels. My deck that I have got for Yugi so far is absolutely abysmal, so I do apologise. But lower level NPCs, they're quite easy to beat, so I'm not going to go and spend the gems straight away getting a deck and building a deck up when I can just use the free cards that I've got so far. So I have got a Dark Magician and also a Red Eyes Black Dragon in there as well, but then I also have got some high level high attack but low level cards. So I have gone through the box with the Aramage cards in, and that is how I've got the Machina gear frame there. Cactus Fighter as well is another good free to play card there. It's 1900 attack, which is quite high for a level 4. So I am going to go through and I'm going to just quickly auto duel this NPC. Knowing my luck, I'll lose in this one. Show how shoddy that my deck is. But yeah, so what we're going to do is with this account is we are going to try and get it up to King of Games, and hopefully maybe even enter into an MCS tournament and hopefully get somewhere with that. So that is a lofty aim, but I'll also be going through some other tips and tricks on how to start. Hey, I actually won. On how to build a free-to-play deck or a budget-friendly deck, and I'll just go through that with you guys. Also, as a free-to-play player, try to get your missions done as quickly as you can. So we have got gems here from your missions, and also a very, very good tip as well for your new account is try to look at things like, here we've got the dustbin, there will be a pot of greed head that comes out there which will give you gems. So it will give you any amount of gems from 1 to 5 gems, and you can do that on a daily basis. So you've got the dustbin that was there, You've got your fountain. There's nothing there. It usually comes up with a rainbow over the top. The lights on this one, and they will sometimes glow and sparkle. You also do get a variance as well. Vagrants. Sorry, you will get vagrants pop up. They are a free. There's 5 of them pop up. Free vagrants, so it gives you just a one-time only deal, just to boost up your character a little bit. You've got 5, 7, 10, 15, and 20. And also on here, you have got here at the top of the shop, and you'll usually have a KC balloon that comes out as well, which will give you free gems. You can also go over here and you can click on the little box there, and you'll get 5 gems for watching a replay every day. You don't have to watch the whole replay, so if we quickly click on there, go yes, and it will bring it up, the replay. You can watch it if you want to watch it, it's entirely up to you, but it is, if you're strapped for time, you can just skip out of it and you'll get your 5 free gems. So you do that every day, and then that'll get you those. You can also go on the ladder as well, and if you win games in the ladder, then you'll get 5 free gems. Well, not 5 free gems, but you need to win, so you get 5 gems for every win. So if we quit the replay there, tells you who wins, click end, and there you go, you've got your 5 gems. Also, if you go over to the gate, go over to the duel trials, and we have got your duel quizzes. So your level 1 duel quizzes is all your basic stuff, so you will get some free cards, and you'll also get 15 gems as well for doing those. And also you've got your level 2 duel quizzes, where you get 15 gems. So every single box that's been released, you will have a duel quiz for all of those. I think roughly it's probably around about, I would say about between 2,000 to 3,000 gems easily. And I can't get into level 3 because after a certain amount of time, after a certain amount of duel quizzes from level 2, you'll then unlock duel quiz level 3. But you also do have loner deck duels, so that again is for every single box, and you get 30 gems for those. So there's quite a lot of gems tied up here that you can use to bolster your gem count. Try and do as many of the events as you can. Try and get through those. Mission circuit is a very, very good one. All you do is just duel, and you just pretty much go and do laps around the circuit, unlock all of these treasure chests, and they will give you gems, gold, and good stuff like that. You'll also have the quest as well, where it'll just go down the levels. You'll get gems, you'll get gems, orbs, and things like that. So there is quite a lot of chances to get gems. Gift campaign as well. So many of these little events that they do on the side that will give you gems, event specific cards, and also rare tickets, secret rare tickets, ultra rare tickets, etc. Hopefully you got some value from this video. If you do like it, make sure to hit the like button, and I shall see you guys in the next one.